Hello everyone, welcome to the month in review for March 2019. I am Jonathan Moore, the lead game designer.
I'm Megan Slade, the lead artist.
I'm Natalie Thompson, the lead programmer and graphic designer.
And we have some exciting things to show you today. Yes, I said show.
Yeah, so today we're actually gonna show some gameplay. Let's get this started.
While we are getting it started, did we want to also have...
Sorry, guys. What did you want us to have?
Did you want to also speak about what you've been working on?
Yeah, we can go through it as we look at it. You could ask questions, and when we get to the part, right here, you can go in between rooms. You could just run in between rooms, and it changes characters, and you could read about the characters. You could take the opportunity to talk about the characters where they can see it too, if you wanted to.
Yeah. I will also preface this with, this is a work in progress, everyone. This is not the finished game.
Yeah, I don't even know if the bullet speed that you just saw is gonna be the final bullet speed. So
Yeah, we're still working through everything.
That's how you shoot diagonally.
Wait a second, does it go the other way again and shoot?
What?
It's a little bit below where the
that's
nozzle
because
is.
when it's walking, you bounce up and down. So I put it in between.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we could work something
It
out
looks
with
fine
that.
when you're walking.
Yeah, it's just when you're standing still. I needed to put it a little lower for the walk.
Gotcha.
Woo! Oh dang, that was a high jump.
Yeah, that was. Is it currently on the upgraded jump, or is it on the
Whoa.
jump that you start
I
off
just went
with?
back to major.
It's on double jump. Isn't that just what you start off with?
You start off with the double jump.
If you
but
jump,
Yeah.
if you jump through, it doesn't work.
Really?
Oh, you're right. I'll make it bigger.
That's why.
I'll make it bigger.
That's why I was messing up last time.
Okay.
Look at that, we just found a bug.
I know why that is.
So this is Callie. I love her. She likes the plants.
She likes the plants.
She likes the plants.
She is the biologist of the crew. Oh, you also have all of their
Yeah.
abilities down there.
Mhm.
Okay, then. I was wondering about that.
Man, this kind of looks like meat, but they're supposed to be boxing gloves.
Well, you know what? George Harris also likes a whole bunch of meat. In fact, let me look at that. Is that boxing gloves?
I can see
Yeah, they're
boxing
boxing
gloves out
gloves.
of that. After Megan said they were boxing gloves.
How big are they?
Well, they're
And
pretty
they look
big.
accurate for his... If they're going
No.
over the
No.
blaster.
Yeah, I think that needs to be edited.
Yeah, we need to edit the size of those boxing gloves.
I think it's just because the rooms got scaled up from when I did it.
More than likely, yeah.
I needed them to fit the screen.
Okay.
But I think it mostly looks fine.
Is that a wrench, by the way?
Yes,
That
that's
is
a
a
wrench.
huge
Yeah,
wrench
see,
now.
it got scaled up.
I think
I
they
mean,
look
it's meant
fine.
for the industrial bolts.
And that's like a toolbox. See, these were supposed to be dumbbells that he just
Well,
now
now-
they look like
Now they're full on barbells,
yeah.
which is completely fine. George Harris needs to work out all that.
This is a big giant bag of cat food because Lucy likes to eat, and there's a pile of canned cat food.
I think River is my favorite out of appearance.
You like how she looks?
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
her.
you like orange cats.
I
There's a pile of books. Those are big books.
She
and that's
is-
a telescope.
She is the most shy out of all of them. I will say that.
And then Major Tom, he's got medals and a picture of his family.
Mhm.
It's really hard to it was really hard for me to make that.
Did
with
you
the pixel size?
did you send me the script you wrote for their rooms when they're walking around?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I will be doing that, though,
Good.
probably right after the podcast.
Okay, I'm gonna add thought bubbles to them while you're walking around the room so you can get to know them better while playing the game.
Okay.
So whoa.
Who's your favorite, Megan?
Callie, I said that.
Oh, Callie? Okay.
Yeah, you know why.
Yeah, I know why.
Who's your favorite?
It's a toss-up between, I want to say, Major Tom, John, or River.
So later we're gonna have the ladder actually accessible. They won't actually climb up the ladder though.
Yeah, it'll just be a, I guess, indicator to say that you can go up the ladder. And what that'll do is it'll allow you to go to a section to edit your current equipment.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Let's
so,
get into the game.
Yep, let's embark. Little shot there.
Like I said, this is a work in progress, everyone. The Urchig, ignore that. It's not the secret boss. It is only there.
It's there so Natalie can test the health.
Yeah, there's no secret boss with an Urchig.
But, yeah. I redid the mountains, by the way, in the background for this. Because I didn't like how they looked.
Okay,
So-
cool. You fixed the whole issue with them showing the space underneath them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Though it would be pretty interesting for floating mountains to be on the mountain. And you can see the planet that they came from off in the distance.
Yep. There's going to be a night cycle, too, so there's a darker version.
Mm-hmm.
I fell on the Urchig. Natalie doesn't have the damage and animation added yet.
I don't have the animation. It should work with the health bar, but I think that I worked on the player in this specific scene, so since we started on the title screen, it doesn't work because it's a different player element.
Yeah.
So, but if we unpause and then we just go to this scene, we could show you the health bar.
Yeah, as it goes down.
Yeah.
And I made a bunch of sprites for that. And as it turns out, I didn't need to.
Yeah, I learned that there's a thing in Unity to do it without a bunch of images, but
No, I can't jump
I
through
appreciate Megan's effort.
Wait a second, you can't jump through?
No, should I make it so you
Mhm.
can? Okay.
Mhm. There should also be a thing where you can press down and it'll fall through it.
Okay.
that. Haha!
You
I
found
did it.
nothing. Congratulations.
I'm sliding down. Can we go into the next room?
You
Next
can,
area?
you just have to hit the door twice.
Should we go in there?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you want.
Have to go in twice?
Yeah.
So the background needs to be changed. This isn't the right one.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we've talked
Yeah,
about that. It just
it's-
hasn't been.
Yeah, it's not purple in the background.
This is the wrong cave background.
Yeah. And things that
Jump on the other part, Megan.
I'm also noticing some lines, but I'm pretty sure that's
I
gonna
think
be
that's just because of its Unity.
yeah, that's gonna be fixed in post after we actually export it, I guess. And not to mention, like I said, we're still working on things. Well, you like those foreground elements?
Yeah. Ooh, fancy. There's a
Electrocutie.
Yeah.
Pew,
They cannot die. It's
Yeah.
another secret boss.
yeah. There's gonna be a secret boss made of Electrocuties.
So it's Urchigs.
It's just like a cloud of them.
Urchigs.
It comes out
Electrocuties.
of the Urchig boss.
If you can defeat it. There is a way to defeat the Urchig boss, but we're not gonna disclose that information.
I like the little plants in here. So, if anyone saw the speed paint I did, the background should be the one that I did the speed paint with Crad's boss background. There's the one I did before that, which is the background for this one. But you can see that this is actually animated because there's going to be another background. There's a cave one. There's like gems in there, so they kind of glow.
Mm-hmm. I do need to add in give this to Natalie to do this. There is a sparkle that's supposed to be on some of these rocks that are just random throughout the scene. So I don't know if you can add a randomizer just to place them wherever.
I can put spawn points and then put it in an array and then randomize based on the specific points I put down.
Okay.
Oh, cool. You can go back out.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to go through the door twice to go back out.
Yeah.
Why is it just that one?
Because it's the first door.
Okay.
It has a counter on it because you have to shoot it, but I haven't implemented the thing you have to shoot yet.
We'll
so-
work out the kinks. Don't worry, guys.
Pew pew pew.
Pew, pew,
Pew
pew.
pew pew.
Can you go through the destructible blocks?
No, I
No?
blocked it off for this reason.
Oh. That's right. We want to make sure that they can't see the secret boss at all.
So you're supposed to be able to break these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get an
it's-
upgrade and you can use that to break the blocks, right?
Okay.
We won't really disclose all of that information because it is much later on in the game. I want to say at the halfway point.
Oh dang, I can shoot.
It almost looks like you're flying up from shooting.
You might be. I wouldn't doubt it. It probably has its own force.
I think I got to go diagonally. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I
Okay.
haven't put a spawn thing for it yet.
Oh, for
Yeah,
you
shooting
had to put a
diagonally
spawn
down.
point for the bullets in each direction.
Yes.
the thing? Okay then.
I did it for running too, which is all different spawn points. Because he gets lower when he runs.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They
okay.
do the bob.
I remember when I was first animating that, I didn't think anything of it until I was like done. I was like, I was like, I hope the programmer, because you weren't the programmer at the time, can handle this
Can you switch characters to another character?
right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
No, you can't go back into the ship yet.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to.
You have
go.
to actually exit out and go back in right now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go deeper into the cave.
Is that okay?
Pretty sure
You
it's
can.
accessible.
You have to go through the top door.
Yeah, not the bottom one. The bottom one is not ready yet.
Yeah.
Unless you want to fall through endlessness.
It's not that one.
Yeah, no, not
this
that one.
I got up there without jumping on that one part.
Good job.
You have to hit the door twice. Now you have to exit.
Oh no! What do I do?
Just press the play button, and then you're gonna have to, if you don't want to start at the title screen.
Oh, we
go-
We can select another cat.
Okay,
Just like
yeah.
the cat. And look at this title screen again.
I was just thinking if you started in the other scene, you could show him the damage bar.
Oh, true. We could have
So-
done that.
You could
Ready?
hold space to skip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told
Oh,
Natalie
what?
that
There's
needs
a
to be a thing.
skip. Good.
So let's
Let's
pick
go
someone else.
to John.
John.
John's cool.
John. Okay.
Yeah, he's already on John. Did you
Did it-
like?
did-
Did,
wait.
did it like?
What?
Oh, John.
I don't know why I did that.
I don't know.
Go back the other way. No.
Go back this way.
Yeah. Okay.
Callie.
Then John, and then.
I'm doing some Q
Major
and A
Tom.
right now.
All right. So randomly.
I noticed that earlier on another one. I was just like, huh, and then it didn't happen again.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll work on it. It'll be fine.
I like the trees. I didn't make these trees. Like a lot of these background or these objects, Jonathan's made those. Yeah, like this cave stuff. Yeah, I didn't make those.
Okay,
Yeah,
go
I
through
made
the
all
door
the
twice.
background and foreground objects.
Okay, so I guess I'll explain better why you have to go through that door up there twice, but not the bottom door if you go backwards. It's because the doors have a counter on them, and the counter has to be at 2 to go through it. And since when you run through the door,
What's happening?
Is the camera not fixed in this scene?
apparently not. It was. I think when you adjusted it, you must have moved the camera stuff. Also, you have some Z
Z fighting?
fighting
Yeah, I see
happening
that.
in there. So this scene wasn't prepared, John.
Apparently it was not.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's there.
Yeah.
It definitely exists.
This is about where we're working at right now. So
Go ahead and get out of here, and then let's start the scene up in as you're actually playing the game to show the damage and everything.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
so go over to the scenes
Okay.
and then go to areas. Double click areas. I think if you, well, we'll just go surface, planet surface, and then 1, and then press play.
Oh, was the UI on the was there was it there?
Yeah,
there
it
was
was
a UI.
there. It just didn't work. See?
Oh, yeah,
And now
you
it
can
goes
see the health
down.
going down.
And then whenever you get all the way down, nothing happens.
Oh yeah, I don't have the animation implemented yet, but it does turn red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it turns red.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll probably have it go from, like, do a yellow like Megan had it set up in her sprites, but I only have the red right now.
Pew, pew, pew. Remember, these things can't be killed, so...
Yeah, the Urchiks can't be killed, but even if they could, I wouldn't have it programmed. And you can go below 0 health, it doesn't do anything right now.
If only it would, like, start to make another cat.
Right?
Drop it down. Alright.
But yeah.
This is what we have so far in the game.
Yeah, in the game. We have a lot of stuff that still needs to be implemented into the game.
Obviously.
And I apparently need to look at the other scenes to try and fix those
The
scenes.
Z fighting.
Yeah, Jonathan's been
I can't believe
helping
that there's
with...
Z fighting. I thought I fixed all that. How is...
I don't know what you did. He's been building the scenes, like all the background, like putting in the background and foreground elements around the cat.
I need to look at everything again for those scenes. I like how slow it is. It's like... heal.
Yep.
It looks really nice, I think.
I love the background.
Yeah.
You can see the stars twinkling slowly. It's not very fast, but I kind of don't want to make a lot of the stuff in the background fast because I feel like
It'd be
it'll-
distracting.
Yeah, it'd be distracting.
That's why I
It'll
slowed it
detract
down
away
so
from the
much.
game
It's like
experience.
it's like super slow. Like
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you slowed it down more than what it was.
I like how whenever we start up the scene, it's as Callie
Yeah, I like that.
and not as Major Tom.
She's like the default one now. So a long time ago in our podcast, I mentioned that the female cats have bows on them. We took that out. We don't need that.
Yeah. We decided to just go with all of them having, normal helmets.
Yeah.
Because equality.
But what about the girly cats?
Technically, I wouldn't say that any of the cats that are girls in this game are girly.
They're business cats. They're on missions. What is the...
Now, for instance,
we go.
Callie, she's all about finding new exotic animals to cook and eat.
So, E.
You can press either one of those to shoot diagonally.
Lucy just likes to make maps and also relax while eating. So Callie and Lucy have a lot to talk about eating. Primarily, though, that Lucy eats way too much junk food. And then River is quiet,
I
composed.
like have a habit of just holding down one button while I'm sprinting. It's like shooting directly up.
But River, she's quite composed, and she kind of just doesn't really like to talk to people. She's very blunt as well.
Oh, there's a mess up in the idle animation.
Oh,
Really?
is there?
Yeah, right here. See the tail just right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be like the first, how it does the first time, just like that.
It looks fine, Megan.
No.
The cat's ready to pounce. That's what's going on.
It
It's
looks
doing the
cute.
butt wiggle.
I think that she's the only cat with that mess up because I noticed it before and I thought it looks cute and I didn't fix
So I
it.
just,
And then
I just hit the pause button. I'm
I-
gonna check out the other cats now.
you have to hit the play button.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if you want to check out the other cats, you go to scenes, and then go to areas, and then go ship. Double click.
Double.
Double click. Okay. Nope.
Okay, and then press. Megan's gonna be like, nope, all their idle animations are broken.
Fix it badly. Yeah, it's just Callie. Well, John is normal. Oh, it's John again. See?
Yep.
I
We
don't
need to-
know.
we need to-
Why did it do that?
We need to fix that.
I'll fix
Oh,
it.
it went. Did you see that before I left the screen? It changed to Major Tom.
Yeah. That's weird. I'll fix it. I'll make it more consistent.
His idol's good.
Now we're just putting Natalie on blast.
Are her eyes is the white parts of her eyes look messed up? That could have been my fault
Yeah.
or your fault, Jonathan.
Nothing's ever my fault.
Does that mean I'm probably gonna have to redo Lucy's sprite sheet?
Not Lucy, River.
Or River, yeah.
She looks fine.
That doesn't look right though. Her eyes look messed up.
She has
She-
gangrene in her eyes.
She has like an unnatural eye color. It's fine. She's my favorite.
Oh, I jumped over the thing.
Dang it, Megan.
No jumping in the character select screen.
I think he's got it too. I'm gonna have to look in the.
Yeah, he has it too.
I'm gonna have to look in their sprite sheets and see if that needs to be fixed.
He's been working out too much.
Now I'm George.
Without the tail.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about his tail doing that
Yep,
weird thing
that
that Kelly was
animation.
Have
doing.
you hit the urgent trick? Does it work?
No,
No.
it
Okay.
doesn't.
So you have to be in the surface
Yeah.
scene.
Well, I was building it in the surface scene, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! How did I jump up there?
Is
Did
the
you see
wall
that?
is the wall jump still a thing in the
No,
game?
I fixed it. She wasn't able to. Like, I think it's just because she got her running. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
George is just really strong. Speaking of which, we think that we found a voice actor for George. We're not totally sure yet, though. Where is he, anyways?
I don't know where he went. I think he left.
Yes, there are cats in the room right now,
And dogs.
but primarily cats.
I mean, there's this even amount.
No, primarily cats.
So, let's talk about what we did for the month.
Yeah.
And, you know, now you saw what Natalie did this month. She got all this stuff set up. Well, not all of it, but she got stuff set up.
I got a bunch of stuff
Yep.
because they really wanted to do this. We just didn't get the cutscene finished.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which we'll be working on. I did the storyboard for the cutscene that I handed off to Megan.
Yeah.
And we decided that we're not going to do a gameplay segment before the first cutscene. We're just going to make it so that it's all cutscene. Because it didn't make sense for
Yeah.
the gameplay segment.
What he wanted for the gameplay segment was for for the player to control each cat as they walked onto the ship, but it feels kind of redundant and, you know, is mostly redundant.
I was telling Jonathan, like, you're gonna have to like lock all of their animations so they can either only like run or walk. They can't jump or shoot, you know. So that's why I was just like, what's the point?
Yeah, whenever you're limiting the player, you might as well just have them watch it anyways.
Yeah.
So
Let's see. I guess I'll start or talk about what I worked on. So I made the blaster thing into a sprite sheet. Jonathan originally made the little blaster stuff. So I put that in a sprite sheet. There is one of them that I edited, which was the full charge blast. I animated that better because Jonathan had it animated, but I was like, I can make this better. So I gave it more oomph to it.
it looks a whole lot better now.
And I worked on a lot of effects this time around. I worked on explosions. I worked on this like energy beam. I worked on enemies blaster stuff. And I put some of them in a sprite sheet, some of them I didn't. I made like a whole bunch of explosions because originally Jonathan only had like 2, which were like these ring explosions, and then I fixed them. I made them better, and I made like cloudy looking explosions. I made like a large one and a small one, and I changed the colors on a bunch of them. So there's so far like 4 explosions, but they each have like 3 colors to them. So I got like, what, 12? No, not 12. But I got a bunch of explosions. I need to make a medium-sized cloud one. Let's see, what else did I work on?
I know that I originally made all of the effects, but Megan edited everything and it's made it a whole lot better now.
Yeah.
But at least you had a working point.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I worked on Angler's Spirit's claw animation. I finished that. Like, I was pretty much done with it. I just needed to tweak some things at the end. And like make things more smoother. So I finished that one, and then I edited his, I made his shooting animation, which was really easy. I made his I'm just listing stuff off right now.
It's that part of the podcast that everyone loves, the part where we list everything off like robots, and we talk about all the things that we've done.
Yep. So I did all that. And more. I did all that and more. I edited his, I think, idle or walking animation a little bit. Just because I made these, little spots on his back where the missiles come out, I was like, I should make them water. Because in the beginning, that's what I planned.
It looks so funny.
They're like little water droplets, almost. And that's what I planned in the beginning, but I just didn't completely animate them, and so then I went back and redid it. Let's see. And then now I'm currently working on Lizork. I was working on his, he has I made a turning animation for him, because he actually turns, and it would be weird if his sprite just flipped. So I actually made a turning animation for him. He's too long to just flip.
He's a long boy.
Yeah, he's a long boy. This game's distracting me.
I don't think it's distracting you. I'm pretty sure that you just don't know what else to say, so you decide to resort to playing the game. I have worked on dialogue for the cats, as we were kind of talking about. I still need to send that over to Natalie so that she can incorporate into the game. I feel like it's going to be an easy thing to incorporate into the game.
Yeah, it should be.
Because it's just little, I guess, bubbles that come up.
Mm-hmm.
So. But that was fun. I had to flesh out their characters a little bit more. I know that I'm going to be making a whole lot more dialogue for them, so that way they'll be speaking as you're traveling through the game. I don't think that there'll be much dialogue. I think it's only going to be at specific points.
That makes sense. I just wanted it for the room, just so that when you're picking your character, you could be like, oh, cool, they have personality.
I did go in depth with the dialogue as well. I've made it so that whenever a certain amount of people have died, when certain people have died, their dialogue changes.
Cool.
So there's a whole lot of stuff going on with it.
That's fine.
Like, for instance, John and River, they're in a relationship. So whenever the other dies, then it starts to get very, very sad.
That's depressing to think about.
That is.
But yeah, like John, for instance, he's the engineer of the group. And if River dies, he starts to blame himself because he feels as if he wasn't keeping up with her equipment enough.
Oh. What happens? Does River, blame herself?
I honestly can't remember what River talks about whenever... I don't think that she blames herself. I think that she just blames the planet and starts to talk about how it's just a nightmare and that she's just going to wake up.
That makes sense.
Are you enjoying yourself, Megan?
Yeah, jumping around.
If only we could go past the blocks, because there is a segment that I always like to see if someone can actually jump up to.
What do you
mean? It's a little cave.
Oh, you can't.
Woo!
You can't?
No.
Okay, good.
Didn't you say that you had to have it?
Oh.
Oh, maybe the slick wall doesn't go up that high.
I feel like I got my blaster stuck right there.
Yeah, it is supposed to be a segment where you're supposed to get the upgraded jump in order to jump up there.
If I hold the space bar, he just stays up there. Oh,
Is it for any part of the wall or just that part?
Just that part.
Okay, yeah, it's just the slick wall I have on there. The material isn't reaching far enough up then. I didn't think you could jump that high, probably.
Well, Megan has found a way. She's gonna become like the MLG gamer for this game. MLG gamer.
I mean, I'll probably help test the game.
Yeah.
I've taken game testing courses.
Yeah.
It was not fun.
No, it was
Game
not.
testing is not fun.
It's a whole lot of the same thing every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And not getting anywhere, basically.
I remember that class, the final was basically like, you had to test this game, because we actually had a game that wasn't finished and never released. And we had to test it and do all this stuff, and I picked boundaries, so I just made a giant list of things that you could touch, And I was like, can you go through them if you do this or not? And that's what I just did. I didn't actually test it out. And that's what it was. You weren't supposed to actually test it out. You're supposed to just make a list.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And
You were supposed to make a, I guess it was a game testing suite. I remember that.
Yeah.
Where you would send it off to people, the game testers, and it would just be a list that they would have to go through. And it's so many different things they have to try out.
Yep.
And it's ridiculous.
It's a lot. That's why games are really buggy nowadays, because they're so big.
Yeah, there's just so much Q&A that you have to go through.
Yeah, especially RPGs. Those ones.
Right, really.
Yeah, those ones. What I heard our teacher told us was that had the that was like the hardest one to test for because it had so many different variables.
RPGs are difficult to test and make in general. I do know that the game that we were testing, the entire class, we were stuck in an area testing it for, I want to say, like, an entire month. Just one area. Just looking at everything.
Why does he do this when he points down and you shoot?
I don't know.
He twerks in the air.
Because when like you don't shoot, it's fine. But when you start shooting, he's like, he tries to like go to default, you know? Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. At one point, he like stayed looking down. Oh well.
Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have anything to talk about?
I mean, I thought I talked about a lot of my stuff, didn't I?
She's like, you can see what I did.
Oh, I guess, with the... Okay, so apparently in Unity specifically, it's really hard to get different scripts to talk to each other. And so one of the problems I was having with the player health was that I needed the health variable in like 3 different scripts. So it took me forever to link the scripts together. Like, I got the damage to work. Like, I have it so that the character has player stats on themselves. So the player has, like, a health stat on themselves. And then the Urchig, or the enemy, has a damage kind of calculator on it. And it calls the health stat. And it does math for how much it takes or whatever. And that one I got working, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, I'll do that same thing. I'll hook them up the same way for the UI image. And for some reason, hooking that UI image, I even copied and pasted exactly what I did for the enemy to interact with the health. And it just wasn't working. It was like, no. This is a null object, and it took forever.
See George's possible voice actors destroying my bag.
Like we said, there are cats in the room.
Stop!
We will say that George's possible voice actor is thick, strong, and very aggressive.
He's a thick boy. Like, if you feel I was feeling his leg and it's like all muscle.
Perfect for George.
Yeah.
As you can see, George is also all muscle on screen.
He's a thick boy.
I love his little mustache.
Yeah. I mean, so in the digital poster of him, he looks a lot bigger than the other cats, but I can't convey that in the game without, making him bigger, and we didn't do that.
Yeah, we're not gonna mess with that.
Yeah. They're all just recolors pretty much. Though he doesn't have a tail. He's still special.
Special boy.
Pew, pew, pew.
I have one question about the health for the enemies. Whenever we're actually going to add in multiple of the same enemies on one scene, it's gonna be separate damage calculators for all of them, correct? Yes. Okay, then I just wanted to make sure if
No,
you've
they're
already...
all gonna die at the same time.
No, I was wondering if you already had that implemented yet or not yet.
Not yet. I mean, they don't take damage yet.
Yeah, true.
So today I worked on the speed paint. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to finish this today because it was so big. I did the abandoned lab. That's what I
You
did.
kept on telling me that it was going to take 2 days for you
Yeah.
to do this.
Oh, I guess I fell off. I was just like, this is gonna take me 2 days to do because
Weird.
that's how Gelectro's background was, because it was like it's got a lot more going on. It's the city I think took 2 days as well because it's a lot more going on. Caves are really easy. It's like make blobs, make it lumpy, and then shade it and color it. It looks like a cave. Put some stalactites and stalagmites in there. Like, it's all good. But then cities and like you have to add buildings and all this other stuff.
Things are a lot more
There's a lot,
calculated.
Yeah, there's a lot more detail going on. I can't just throw things around willy-nilly. And so I was doing the abandoned lab, and I was like, at first I started off, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna make this super detailed based on like my sketch. I'm like, all right. And then like as I was going, I started adding a lot more detail. And I was like, okay, this is gonna take forever. And then I actually finished it. And the way, like, I was listening to some music. And at first I was just listening to one of our favorite games, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles music. So it has some good music. And, like, it was okay for keeping me focused, but I was distracted a lot. And then I got tired of Crystal Chronicles, and I put on Pokemon Black and White music. And that really got me focused. And I was just, like, laser focused, and I just just ran through it and got it done. I was like, dang.
We found
your
superpower.
Yeah, I need to listen to Pokemon music while I work.
Yeah, so she was surprised that she got to actually finish that today. She was thinking, I was saying, she was telling me that she was going to take 2 days in order to do one speed paint for it, one scene. But she did it. Mm-hmm. And all it took was Pokemon. All right. I think that's all we have to show. We'll end it off on the screen of the cat apparently falling to their doom. We can't see George anymore.
We're gonna bug test.
He's working out in a better place now.
I mean, this has come a long way since when we started. Because I remember Natalie sent me gifs of the cats in the game and stuff, and I was just like, oh. But this looks like to me, this looks really good so far. It doesn't have any of the enemies or anything in it, but
it's just everything that we've worked on, seeing
urchin.
it.
It's an urchin.
and a electrocuting,
Yeah.
just floating.
Yeah.
And then right after that, a scene that doesn't load properly and apparently has a whole lot of Z fighting. So that's also fun.
At least the character select screen works.
Yeah.
It's just too big. Should make it smaller and put black
Mainly,
buttons.
it's just the
I don't want to
punching.
put black on it.
And all I have to do is do the smaller punching. The boxing gloves. That's the word
I
for
think
it.
you can keep it the same, and I think it looks fine.
The boxing gloves are way too large. The
They
boxing
put them
gloves.
on over their blasters.
No! You would not! They're meant to go on over his palms. And not to mention the boxing gloves are the size of his head. No, that makes sense though for boxing gloves in real life. They're the size of his torso.
Exactly, it looks proper. Like, boxing gloves are supposed to be huge.
Not that big.
They're huge. Yes.
No.
It looks fine.
What if I take the backgrounds and I edit them so that like I make the background parts bigger and make the stuff like I just make it bigger.
What do you mean?
Can I go to the ship?
You have to unpause or unplay, and then you can.
Okay. Wait for this to load. There we go. So what if I made like just like the space it would take up bigger?
Okay, and like move the ladders like over and stuff, or
Yeah.
that would give more room for like the text to go in
Yeah.
places. That'd be fine.
That'd be nice.
I
Yeah.
would put like some more detail up here maybe.
Don't fill it in with things. I like that it's plain so the text isn't
Yeah.
like fighting with anything.
But what if I did that? Then
Yeah.
you can make it smaller?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Let's see if John does
I
the
just
thing
needed
again.
it to fit
Oh,
the screen,
They
really.
didn't do the thing this time.
Dang.
I don't know why it does that, in all honesty. I'll figure it out, though.
Wait a second.
I actually think River's eyes are fine.
No,
I think they're
messed up.
fine.
Well, it's like I think they're green, and I don't know. I need to like. I'm like shooting. I
You
need to
can
actually
go
look.
over to the scene. It's
Alright.
behind, yeah. And then if you use the hand, you can drag it, zoom out, yeah. Wait, you're on the UI. You need to zoom in.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
god.
gosh.
Okay, now go this way.
This way?
Yeah. See, and then you can zoom in really quick.
Oh yeah. Her. Why is it green? Why are her?
She has
why is-
gangrene in her
Oh
eyes.
my gosh. Mm-mm.
What color eyes is she supposed to
She's
have?
it's supposed to be black. I think she's supposed to have like orange eyes, but the pupils should be black.
It's like it's almost as if it's mixed them.
Yeah, it's
Mine looks
weird.
transparent almost.
That's weird.
What
What's
are you doing?
going on there? Ah!
There's so many things that need to be fixed, Megan.
I don't like that. No.
No, sir.
Why does that disappear? What is going
I don't
on?
know.
I'm gonna have to look at the sprite sheets again. That's what I'm gonna do next. Is the sprite go back over all the sprite sheets again.
Oh, it's a never-ending process. All right. I think on that note, however, this has been the month in review for March 2019. I've been
Yeah.
Jonathan Moore, the lead game designer.
I'm Megan Slade, the lead artist.
I'm Natalie Thompson, the lead programmer and graphic designer.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
All right, guys, we can't talk about the secret boss anymore, okay?